Hi everyone, this is your instructor Esteban Anastasio. Welcome to part 1. Here's a quick overview of what you can expect. Part 1. Preparation for listening. With this foundation as a guiding principle, the textbook supports these overall course goals. Increase students' active learning skills. Enhance students' critical and analytical abilities while listening to music. Ensure that students can clearly communicate observations and opinions about music and writing. Provide students with a general understanding of the various music genres of contemporary society. Explore as many historical periods of music as possible to gain a wider appreciation for music, history, and stylistic development as a whole. Explain the evolution of music in a given society or throughout the development of a national or regional geographic culture. Part 1, Chapters 1 and 2. Preparation for listening establishes a point of view for the world of music. Central concepts include developing perceptive listening skills by concentrating on different aspects of music while listening actively, gaining an understanding of musical concepts, and acquiring the ability to use musical vocabulary to describe any music. The textbook advocates that becoming more knowledgeable about music in general motivates one to become a more perceptive, aware listener. The textbook also assumes that perceptive listening includes the awareness of a music's content, how and why it was produced, and for whom, and how the music functions in a particular environment. Because of the diversity of cultures, tastes, and musical styles that exist in American society, the significance to our culture of Western European civilization, and this acknowledgement is central to its philosophy. The music chosen reflects this heritage, but by expanding the repertoire, further acknowledges the existence and validity of other styles of music and music derived from other musical cultures and traditions. Chapter 1 encourages the study of a variety of musical styles from a global perspective and from an awareness of the diversity that exists within the United States. To distinguish between mainstream European-based music and music derived from ethnic roots and from music of other cultures is an important objective that permeates through the textbook. The chapter explores music in culture and the various roles of the ethnomusicologist in advancing our knowledge and understanding of music and of other cultures, and of our own cultures. It reviews how ethnomusicologists examines the social aspects of music in a society to the extent of which a culture is affected by outside influences, the nature and extent of acculturalization, and the characteristics of the music itself. This chapter outlines the skills needed for perceptive listening. Basic music vocabulary is introduced, and to help students describe the music presented in the first set of the listening experiences. A collection of excerpts from music presented later in the book. In this chapter and throughout the textbook, words that are bold-faced will be defined in the glossary. Chapter 2 discusses the nature of music as a science, its physical attributes, music as an art, its expressive qualities, and how people participate in music as creators, performers, and listeners. Presenting a fundamental vocabulary for describing music, Chapter 2 further explains the elements of music, such as melody, harmony, and rhythm, and how the various elements interact to produce a cohesive music whole.